We're going to start this meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance because it is 10:30. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. And we're going to open with a brief discussion by Trustee
Maybe we'll
Parsons.
take attendance first.
Oh, yes, that's true. Always forget
President,
that.
President Jimmy Mack,
Here.
Matt Parsons, present. Hannah Fellow-Perro,
Present.
Joe McLaughlin,
Present.
Sarah Topping.
Present.
All here. All right. All accounted for, and we'll go right into your discussion.
So, one of the things that I'd like to get involved in is creating some of these blank shell reefs we were just talking about before we started here. I've been emailing a bit with Cornell because we've been purchasing spat-on-shell oysters and clams and scallops and stuff like that for distribution out into the bays. But we haven't yet come up with a mechanism that we can, purchase shell, just blank shell, and put it out as a substrate for oysters and other creatures to settle on. One thing I did last year, I had gotten 10 of these biodegradable shell bags from Bob Tiemann, who has been building oyster reef structures out in East Hampton. These are made out of a potato starch fiber and woven so that they will, over time, degrade down. But I've been emailing a bit with Cornell, and they seem, I'll tell you this, one of the emails I got, it feels like this is something we can make happen. The idea being us, in addition to the purchases we make from Cornell, maybe buy shell and bags, and that can just be placed out to create these structures. And they say that they feel like this is something they can make happen, just need to get some particulars and see how they may be able to align with existing efforts and funding. So this is a conversation I'm continuing to have with them. I just want to let everybody know this is something that I think would be beneficial to multiple sites in our waters where we just get this shell that's already being recycled for this use, place them in bags, or if there's any other sort of means we want to try, and essentially create habitat out of area that is just right
How were the
now
results last year?
unproductive.
I know you how was your the minor results last year? That you
I got great settlement on my bags. I went back there in September and I pulled them up, and sure enough, there was like a bunch of little baby oysters growing on the blank shells that
Do
I
you
had
use
put
these
up.
bags?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you guys want, one of these days when we got time, I'll take you up to my site up in Flanders
Yeah,
where I
that'd
put
be
them.
great. It has a very distinct smell.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like French fries?
Like French fries, yeah.
Maybe that's the French fries I have in my bag over here.
Which you will be sharing later. Okay.
But anyway, this is something I just want you guys to be aware of. It's a really cool development. It's like, there's already these recycling efforts to remove the oyster shell from the waste stream so they don't end up in the landfills. And so organizations like Cornell and the Billion Oyster Project in New York City are accumulating this oyster shell that has to, cure on land for 12 months before it can be put back into the bay. But this is, right now, I think a good way of doing it is creating these, shell bricks, essentially, that can be stacked in locations, and, hopefully it'll...
Didn't I read that some restaurants are actually recycling oyster shells and collecting them for, maybe we could,
That's part of the Back to the Base program that Cornell is
yeah,
doing.
yeah. Right,
So,
right, okay.
actually, we had that email from Steve Schott from Cornell. This
Right.
might be something that we could kind of
Tie
tie
in.
all
Right,
together.
right. Great.
And,
Good.
yeah, so
Wonderful.
I'll keep you guys posted. I'm supposed to get back in touch with them about it a bit more this week, but I just wanted to let everyone know that I think this is something we should consider.
thank you.
Certainly, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna go right into general permit application. I think you already had the first one up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is 7 Harbor and Kristen. And we have a sign-in sheet, as you well know.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Trustees.
And we were talking,
Okay. Okay, so this project is at 7 Harbor Lane in East Quogue. And what we're going to be doing on this project is install a 16-foot landward return on the eastern side of the property.
We have.
Okay, and the other part was a repair to the whale on the front of the bulkhead. It's splitting. So we're just adding two plates
Right.
to prevent any more cracking or splitting. We're not raising any elevations or doing anything, and then they're just going to be welded to tie rods existing.
No height increase in the current
Nothing.
vegetation buffer
No.
will remain in place, so it's all
Yes, so if
good.
anything's
Yeah.
disturbed during, we'll replace
Right,
vegetation,
Right.
non-vegetative
have-
grasses that are there.
Pictures if anyone wants to see.
Yeah.
You could see.
Yeah,
it's
this
just
homeowner's
fairly
buffer
minor.
is 15 feet.
There we go. There's the pictures.
So you're doing the area that's not perfectly manicured? That's like that's not their property, or is that?
Where the stake is their property. You could see where the difference in the capping. So the one to the left on the top photo, that's where the landward return is going to be installed.
Are we looking at their property or away from their property?
Away, right?
This
Like
is
that's
the
the
neighbor.
top-
This is
That's the neighbors, okay, just because I see like on the plans it has all vegetation, I'm like that.
The
doesn't-
vegetation is.
Okay,
is-
okay, okay.
right.
Is theirs.
Well, what's
You-
wild
you're
is
right.
they've got
Okay.
the vegetation on, seaward of the
Yeah,
bulkhead
that's
there.
interesting.
Yeah, how come that only happens? I wish that would happen more often.
Everywhere.
Oh, which one? The one
The
next
vegetation
door?
on the outside.
That bulkhead is severely jeopardized and deteriorating. That is
okay.
why everything, the fill is slipping out. So since the neighbor's not doing anything with the bulkhead, our client has to protect his, so there's no, his doesn't get jeopardized.
No, what would be the height difference between?
There's no
None.
height
No
difference.
height difference.
The
Yeah.
landward return is going to be the same as the capping
Okay.
that you see on the property.
Okay, great,
Same
thanks.
height,
Okay.
Right.
And how far is the return going back?
16 feet.
Okay.
Landward. And the repair will just be on that front whale with a steel plate. The reason it's 36 feet to 40 feet is because of the scarf cuts. So if there's scarf cuts, we just have to extend to 40.
Here's a closer view. So I think we're good to go.
And they have stamp plans, so they're good to go.
And there's stands.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Everybody good with that?
I can go with it.
All right.
Where's your staging area going to be? Like your work area, you're working on lands, barge, okay.
Barge access. It's just easier to
No,
do it
it's,
that
it's
way.
better, it's less.
It's, there's too much
Yeah.
vegetation there. It's
That's
just
why
better.
I figured, because there's, a lot of that looks really
We were
established.
trying to think of like putting oak mats down, and then when we looked at the site, we're like, it's just easier to move the barge and
They're
just
so
complete-
established to then replant. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, Kristen, do you have another one? I'm just checking. No, that's it
I
for you,
don't.
right? Okay.
I
all
don't.
right.
I wish I did, but I don't.
So, we're all good with that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
Pretty easy, straightforward. Thank you.
Okay, great. Everybody have a great day.
You too.
Enjoy your corned beef and cabbage tomorrow.
Oh, I will. You too.
Thank you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, the next one is Interscience at 43 Dune Road. Good. Nice to
Morning.
see you.
Michael Shiano from InterScience Research Associates on behalf of the applicant.
And on visiting your site, I did get to see my first dead goose. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That'll come up later today in a big way.
Hope it helped for the meeting you had that day.
Yes, it did. And yours is pretty much a boardwalk, but you'll get
Yes.
into that.
Yep. So this is an elevated dune walkway that will bring the end of the walkway to the toe of the dune. As President Mack indicated, we had met out at the site. There was previously a platform that was on top of the dune that had been installed by a previous property owner without the benefit of any permits. When you look at any of the side photographs, you'll see that other people have walkways that will end. This property actually has 2 dunes. The DEC has indicated that the landward of the 2 is really more of the primary dune, mainly because it's at a higher elevation, and that actually is a dune that has existed for longer through a series of installations of
Snow fencing
Snow
and
fence.
stuff. The second one built up to.
Has built up
almost
over
as
time.
big as the first one.
Right.
Lucky you.
Yeah. So this so the trustees' jurisdiction does start from the landward dune, and we're per the town code, we have to under Chapter 138 coastal erosion, we have to provide pedestrian access over an elevated dune walkway to the end of the dune, so that pedestrian foot traffic doesn't tamp down or the sand, and also so that beach grass can grow underneath it. So that's why it is extending actually farther than other people's dune walkways that are there. All of the other dune walkways that are there, I believe, were installed without the benefit of any permits. It was just so that people can get down from their house to the sand. So we're trying to do the right thing here. And this dune walkway has been approved by the Town Building Department, Town Department of Land Management for a coastal erosion permit. And we're currently waiting for the DEC to approve this part of it. But that's basically it. It's going to be untreated wood, light penetrating decking, 3 feet above grade.
And the final portion will be removable, right?
Yes, and the stairs per,
Stairs.
as we discussed, the
Right.
stairs will be removable seasonally. And we're also going to be putting in some beach grass at the end.
At the end,
At the end,
right.
yeah.
Is there plans for a handrail along the walkway?
There will be a handrail on the walkway.
Okay, do you know what the handrail's gonna look like?
I believe,
Oh, there it is.
And it's technically not ADA compliant, although you were looking into a wheelchair could get across it.
yes, yeah, so it is flat all the way out. The,
Oh, I have them too,
Yeah,
sorry.
on the seaward side of the dune, it'll be a minimal, just the middle post and the top post. Because it's over sand, the building department is fine with not having the full, like, wires or full closed opening so that you have the 4-inch sphere that goes through it. So we're able to have just the minimal handrails across.
So the stairs are removable every season, and then
Right.
how much of the walkway did you say was removable, or is none?
It's just the stairs.
Just the stairs,
Okay.
yeah. Because I believe it ends at the crest of the dune, and then stairs go down from there and would be removable every season.
Right.
And I believe the original little place where you put the bench, you shrunk from the original.
Yes, and actually the wider section of the walkway is landward of the dune.
Right.
Yeah. We made sure that was landward, and that's really just a bench so that someone
bench
has a
seat.
place to rest
Right.
on the way.
Because it's a long walk,
It is, yeah.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind just explaining a little bit more the mechanics of that removable stair? I don't know if I'm as familiar with it, and I'm curious as to how far away it is from the water, like in a case of a storm. Would
So
that-
at the top of the stair, they are still kind of working out the exact
Yeah.
mechanics of it. But at the top of the stair, there will be, there's some hardware where a rod can be put into it in order to hold it in place during the season, and then so that it can be more easily just kind of picked up and moved. That I think there's 2 points where a rod will be taken out, a metal rod will be taken out, so that it can be lifted and moved somewhere else.
And where's the plan to store it? Or are they planning on like just storing it?
There's space underneath their
Underneath,
deck.
right,
There's-
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the pool is elevated up. The house
At their
and the
house,
pool-
not on the dunes?
Correct.
And how far away from the, like, high tide are we talking, or like storm? I'm thinking about the water washing up to these stairs and
Well,
would be
that's
able
what,
to,
yeah, it's exactly why we.
you know, or become a hazard somewhere
Right.
down the road.
Right.
Yeah, so the stairs are 110 feet from the water.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Just-
quite a
just so we
distance,
know,
but you
we-
never know.
Yeah, we
That's why
discussed
I asked
it.
them to, make them removable,
Yeah.
and to also put some beach grass, because there is a little bit of a lip there that
I
comes
like the
in.
idea of the removable
I do
stairs, but I
too.
also, like, with storms, you never know what's gonna happen. I wouldn't want it to become like,
No, it goes
get
all the
loose.
way under the pool.
Yeah.
So,
well, even
How do
during,
they
if
get-
it's there
How do they
during the
get the
storm.
stairs there? Like what,
it's really a small piece of,
it's small?
Yeah.
It's a seven, right now it would be a 7 foot long by 4 foot wide
Okay.
section. So they'll carry it across the
walkway. Yeah.
walkway.
We've approved this before, it's common that we've
Yeah,
approved.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a good idea to have.
Yeah.
The idea was, we discussed it on site, the idea was to avoid it getting washed away. So
wash
if we
away,
make it
which is
removable,
exactly what we
Yeah.
were.
the storms, they can remove it for the storms so they don't get washed away. And seasonally, because we get most of our storms during
Yeah, yeah.
off-season. So it was actually, it's something that we should probably, or the trustees should probably do more often.
More often, yeah, yeah.
Because you also lose dune underneath it, and
Mm-hmm. I think my main concern was just like, if it doesn't get
don't
removed.
pull it out in time
If it
of the
doesn't get
storm.
removed for the
Right.
storm, how easily is it gonna
Right.
be
Oh,
transported somewhere
easily.
else?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, good point, yeah.
Right. If a storm comes through, it'll probably be removed as easily as any stairs are from the end of the dune walkways. I mean, that is a big problem that just happens.
right, yeah, I
every-
see your
like,
point, yeah.
Would you guys consider just adding some sort of like secondary tether, just in case like the primary, let's say,
great.
let's say like an August hurricane comes through and comes up there before if you have time to remove it. Maybe just some sort of like tethering.
Or a simple
Sure.
tether. you know.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Simple tether.
have a stamp of the address, just in case.
Yeah, we had talked about that
Yeah.
last year, yeah.
We're just having a lot of issues now of a lot of docks
Yeah.
that were
Because of
uplifted
the ice.
and now
They
like
are.
we have no idea
Right.
there.
And we.
I have a feeling it'll probably just break up, it's not necessarily, like a tether might be good, but it's only really gonna hold a certain part that's tethered. I don't know, I mean,
the
it could be, but.
the only problem I would see with the tether is that depending on if it's not strong enough, then it's just gonna break, and if it's too strong, that it could wind up pulling more of the walkway
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah, right.
with it.
I hold off on that then, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
just, with past boards, I know Matt and I, we've discussed, we wanted to mandate, and I thought James also wanted us to have stamps of either the tax number or the address, just in case any storms that,
That's a good idea, yeah.
We've discussed that in the past, so,
yeah. I mean, that's supposed to be
Be
on
on
the
this
floating
stuff.
docks anyway.
yes,
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
yeah.
Right, but no, if that makes sense to put on the end of the stairs too, just,
It looks like the type of house that is well looked after, and somebody would
yeah, I spoke with the
immediately
contractor that is going to
remove-
be, that is building the house,
when
who's also gonna be
necessary.
building the walkway, and he said that it's actually gonna be him and his guys that will come out every season in order to take it out and put it back, so.
And could come in a moment's notice if there was some
Yeah.
unforeseen storm.
Right.
Yeah, it does, yeah, I would expect that
Mm-hmm.
in that location,
Right.
so I think we're good?
I think so, yeah.
We've received the stamp
You
plans,
did? Okay, so,
And a copy of all the permits, as James had asked
the
for.
permits and conservation board
great,
permits. so.
great, good.
Great.
All right, so we're good, everybody
Perfect.
good with it?
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
okay, and then we are on to
Village of Quogue.
Village of Quogue, which is open for who's?
Nelson,
Voorhees.
Nelson Pope Voorhees?
Anybody here?
Voorhees.
No? We,
Is there anything we can do while they're not here?
yeah, because, I mean, do we need them here, James, to go over this? There wasn't really anything,
It's a deteriorated boat ramp, so
Wait,
you might
ramp,
wanna
that's-
have them just come and
Yeah.
they're
talk
taking,
about it, I think.
okay, because they're taking up the asphalt and replacing it with concrete, and
Yeah,
it's pretty
I-
much the exact same imprint as,
I think someone should be here just to have the
Yeah.
record, yeah.
can we, put them till the end and hope that they
Yeah,
come?
They'll show up.
Okay,
Did they say they were coming there?
It's what we call in court second call.
we'll have a second call. Is
Right.
that what we call it? Okay. And hopefully a last call. Okay, so then we're gonna go on to
First Coastal. 496, and 498 Dune Road.
Hey, long time
Billy
no
Mack, First
see.
Coastal, for the applicant. These are two, I don't know if you guys remember these used to be called the beach bungalows, beehive bungalows. It was 5 houses, cottages in West Hampton Beach that the owner bought them, now subdivided them, is building 2 houses instead, and want to get a dock for each of the houses. So we laid out the best compliant configuration we could imagine on the property. I don't know, which one do you want to start with?
Let's do 96.
Which is not this one.
They're almost identical, the two.
They're almost identical. One's got a little bit more depth, water to it, so we could get to. So this one here, we're kind of off the property line by 12 feet. And we can get to that little hollow of deeper water at 2.4. We won't be able to put a floating dock onto it, but it does get us to nice deep water.
Okay.
So that seemed reasonable. We're 100 feet from the high water.
Yeah, we talked about it's in line with the pier line over there.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you guys could put ladders at the ends
Good
of
idea. We love ladders. Yep.
Ladders and lights.
Ladders and lights, yes.
Lights.
And yeah, I'll definitely mark that.
And I know we talked briefly at our last meeting, but do you have an ice mitigation plan for these? I know you said you always put
Yeah,
something in.
so usually with these stick docks like this, we'll take them up, because they can be seasonal, so they'll last like 30, 40 feet. We'll take up and stack
Okay,
in the fall. If they decide to leave them in, what we're doing is, again, we're shying away from these propeller units because they're just not reliable, to the lower energy air compressors. And those, we put in dozens of those last year, and they really worked quite well.
great, okay.
So anybody who's leaving their dock in for this season, we're going over a very strict regiment on how to deal with ice prevention.
Nice, I figured you guys were.
Yeah. And we were pretty lucky with most of our docks, but we're getting calls for people that do need.
Yeah. How much of the stock is removable?
So all of it is.
For
it's-
this, like, how much would you remove for the
we
season?
probably the last 20 feet, that would be the only part that would be in risk
Okay.
of ice heaving, which would be the last 2 sections. They're 10-foot sections,
Okay.
so it's pretty simple.
Right here. Seems pretty straightforward. Anybody have any issues?
Can I see
I
that?
have no problem.
This one?
Okay, so we'll definitely include ladders and lights.
There's a
And
proposed ladder on 496 on the end.
oh, there is a ladder. Okay,
Good, perfect.
we'll just add a light.
Yeah.
And there's no handrails, right?
And
It's
do you
just-
want it in the description too?
I'll add it in the description, sure.
I didn't check the other one. Are we discussing both of them?
And you said it's 12 feet from the property line?
Yes,
Okay.
that gets us. That's the farthest away. that we
Yeah,
do
because I
get
see
to.
like if you like on the property line, like the same distance is 2.8 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
we can't do that.
No.
So, I mean, they would be able to get a float there, but it would be not compliant with the
Yeah, it would be
trustees, so-
like, and then their neighbors would be upset.
Exactly. So it's a
All right.
non-starter. Yeah, so I think that's reasonable. And then if you're good with that, I'll make sure we get lights and ladder noted on the thing along with the stamp plans.
Now, this one,
And
498, doesn't get out to as much water.
doesn't get out to as much, but, at least it gives them something to get a boat to.
That far.
And this would be the same thing, we would, the last sections, we would allow for removal. And I don't see a light
Is
ladder on that.
96 on
Oh, I
this
do
side
see
or
a
this
ladder.
side?
What's that depth? It's 0.9?
That has a little bit of an angle to it, let me see.
It's point,
296 is on the
This side?
on the
Okay.
east side.
East side. Yeah,
This
so
is
it's on this
96 is on the east, that's
496, sorry,
west.
498.
There's that angle, so we're talking about this one here.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is here.
this, okay, this one. Oh, I see, because it was like here, I was like confused with
Yeah,
one.
no, this guy's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting out just to under a foot.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, what if you brought it back to the .89 instead
Well,
of going out to .88?
We thought about that. That last section, you can actually get a boat to the whole thing and be
Okay.
about a foot.
Very good.
So,
Yeah, because the .82, that is a lot. It's a
Yeah,
big
that's-
drop off.
so that gets us a comfortable berth for a typical outboard that services Merchants Bay. In that last section of the dock.
Yeah,
I'm going down to the town engineer.
it does make sense, yeah.
Thing for us.
And I don't see a light on this. I do see a ladder, but I'll make sure we include that.
What's the pier line in this area, do you know? Is there a pier line?
I think it's 100 feet.
100 feet?
I think it's like 125.
125?
Could be. Yeah, I mean, going out any further, we didn't see any appreciable depth going out further, so that's where we kind of called it.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that one too, if you guys have any issues.
I am abstaining.
Okay, thank you very much.
Easy
I
peasy.
think that's all you got with me.
We just need stamp plans for that.
Yeah.
For both of them. So we'll hold the compliance.
Stamp plans and notices on the both applications. Good.
I guess that's it, you have nothing else on
Yeah,
this
nothing
list here,
else.
right? Okay.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Billy.
All right, we're gonna do land use ecological. Anyone here from land use? For 332 Dune Road?
You want to discuss it, or you want to postpone it?
It's so simple. I'd rather just talk about it.
If you're good with talking about it, that's fine, Matt.
Yeah, it's just so minimal. Let's pull that one out. They already rebuilt the bulkhead along the shoreline, and now it's just this platform here and here that they're going to modify because they're gonna be rebuilding this raised bulkhead that's holding the pool in place.
Could you show the photos, James?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
It's kind of nice being next to you for yours.
Yeah.
Thanks. Does the water come up over
No,
this? No, where's like the
I
water
mean,
line?
there's a staining right there,
Okay.
so.
Oh, I see. I thought that was like where the water line actually was. Because they just replaced this.
Yes, and so the idea is that it's because it's
Oh, cool.
attached to the bulkhead that they just did. They are doing the right thing and they're coming to us because they're gonna be modifying it, because they're gonna be taking this out.
Is
to
there
rebuild
plans
this.
to like plant anything here?
What are they taking out, Matt?
The base of the, let me read it to you.
That next top one, I
The
think.
total project
Yeah,
consists
right
of
there.
proposing to remove and reconstruct the existing upper bulkhead wall, but that's not really
That's it.
us, that's, right, that's outside of town. Yes, okay, good, thank you. Let's keep going. A concrete wall is also proposed to encompass. The elevated rear slate patio with concrete slab, well, no, that's not us either. All the existing steps are proposed to be replaced in kind, so that's really the only thing I think that really
Is us.
is the replacement of the steps.
But
which is-
Hannah
Is there
Hannah had a
plans-
good point.
Yeah, is there plans to plant any like vegetation
I
there?
don't know what that
Okay,
is
that
there,
does
but
be
it looks
good.
like it's dead.
It does, yeah, but that could just be because of this time of year, I mean, it does look like there's
Something.
It
vegetation
looks
there,
like
right?
it's sad.
It does look sad, sure.
It could be,
I think it would be a nice,
They could
Good
really
place for
put some
spare
nice
time.
beach
Yeah.
grasses there and like
Yeah.
really make that a nice
but,
like
Yeah, I'm kinda surprised that they didn't do that.
nice ecosystem.
10-foot buffer is proposed land where the bulkhead planted with beach grass on side.
oh, it is
Oh,
there,
yeah, good.
okay.
Stairs and structures
gotcha.
will be removed and replaced into the same location as needed for bulkhead reconstruction.
Okay, yeah, so as long as they just take off that stuff that doesn't apply to us, then they got everything they need. You're pretty good with it?
Yeah.
I'm good with it, yeah, absolutely. I have one, I want to get out of order very quickly.
No, go ahead. You got a lot.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Do we have stamp?
This is 6 Dover, I want to do 6 Dover
Hold on,
first.
Jameson is just checking out.
Yes, there's stamp
They
plans.
have stamp plans? Okay.
Well, right.
Keep it
They're
moving.
just gonna bring that cover sheet in with the stuff removed, that's it.
Great.
Want to do 6 Dover very quickly. It's just replacement of 2 pilings, the,
Can you read the whole address and,
Oh.
and the
Yeah, where are we talking?
sorry, 6 Dover, Place, North Sea.
6 Devon Place.
Sorry, Devon
North
Place, sorry.
Sea, with South Fork
This is the replacement,
Consulting.
2 pilings,
Do we pass it over?
Yeah, can you do first can you do 484 first, Nick?
yeah, 44%, yeah. I wasn't coming there. Oh, sorry.
This is 44 First Neck.
Yeah.
Maximilian Cas-
Yes, and in the village, yeah.
Cascante.
All right, Jim Walker for Max Cascante. This project's on for modification and renewal.
Yes. You came before us, was it last year or the year before? I don't recall.
We finished the permit process, but it took so long at the village that we need a renewal. The whole idea is to install a fixed pier catwalk 10 feet into the water and 26 inches over the water. Originally, we had to propose it at 4 foot 6
Yes,
inches.
that's right, yeah.
Because it's Army Corps standard, but the Army Corps issued a letter of no permit needed. So we don't have to provide 4 foot 6 inches to the bottom of the girders, and now it's 26 inches over the water.
What was the issue with the village, this zoning board, or what was the issue there?
Board of Appeals, 2 short years.
Oh,
Not a big deal.
okay.
So we can finish this project if we get a renewal
Okay.
and a modification. You already have engineered plans.
Yeah, this was passed by the prior board, so just so you guys know, this is Matt knows this is a continuation of what was previously approved.
So previously, we had approved the 4 foot,
Yes.
6 inch one, and now you're bringing it down to 24
Yeah,
inches.
and there's a nice wetlands buffer proposed, complete switchgrass meadow for 150, 200 feet.
And it has a
What
railing?
was originally
Yes,
approved
it
by
does,
the
yeah.
previous board?
Has a railing,
Yeah.
Cascante has kids. So the railing is stainless steel
You see this picture
and
too.
encased in plastic. So
Okay.
that it,
Like the wires, that's what you mean?
so the little kids won't fall into Lake Agawam.
Yep. Can't have that.
That's how you get superpowers.
You can't have that. Agawam. You can't have.
Joe, you remember who used to live there, right?
Yes,
This is a pretty well-known property.
yes, I do, yeah.
The Democratic fundraiser would happen. every
Yes.
summer. So that's the whole idea. It's kind of instructional for the next one that Sarah called me about.
Yep. I have one with Jim.
Yeah,
Are you, are you guys finished
yeah,
up?
Yeah, let's skip ahead to, he can say for
Joe,
yourself.
I'm all done with Cascante.
Are we good with
As long
Joe?
as I can get a renewal and a modification, then I can finish the project.
You guys good with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's-
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You can skip to Sarah's if you,
If you want to talk about Sarah's project.
it's up to you, sir. You
Yeah,
want-
we can do that quick while you're here. It's not gonna be super
Yeah.
long.
Which one? Can you just read the,
So this is William Honeycutt, 62 Laurel Lane, Sag Harbor. Thanks, Jim.
I already explained to Sarah on the phone that, again, we went to the Army Corps, and we have to propose a dock that's 4 foot 6 inches to the bottom of the girders. Eventually, we get a no permit needed letter from Army Corps, and then we switch back to 26 inches over the water. This is Little Long Pond. Little Long Pond is a nice place to go fishing. Sarah said there are 4 lots on the property, on the pond, which I believe. These people have a nice house with a nice wetlands buffer and a path down to the water. They're an elderly couple, and they use the waterfront, and the lady has to walk through the mud to get a kayak into Little Long Pond. So the guy came to me and I told him we had to go to the Army Corps first, and then that we would revise the plans after we got an Army Corps letter of no permit needed. So we have been doing that, but the project sponsor, different than lots of them, have complained that we are still proposing too big of a dock. So I have plans, but they're preliminary. And I told Bill Honeycutt that I would come to the trustees and explain where we're at. Sarah,
Yeah,
Then
and,
we- then we
so
both
the plans that we have right now essentially are not the ones that you're proposing.
Sarah, I have some informal plans that you could look
Yeah.
at on behalf of the trustees.
And there's also, I'm going to bring up the, that this area is, in the Long Pond Greenbelt. It's, so it's surrounded by the town properties, and I believe maybe Nature Conservancy or, the village of Sag Harbor may own some pieces there. But there are, you can see from this GIS that there are only 4 properties that sit directly on this part of the pond. And there has been history with the trustees in the past where there was a dock that was illegally put in on 58 Laurel, which is just to the south. And it was asked to be removed. So it had been removed from this area under the pretext that this is a pristine area of waterway and typical use.
But they hadn't gotten a permit for that, right? That was that prior dock that was removed?
Have they gotten a permit?
It was not
They don't,
permitted.
they don't, it was not permitted. They didn't have a permit and they were asked for it to be removed, so it was removed and there was a buffer left in place. So there's really only a walkway down and then a buffer, and now there's no longer a dock in there. So I think that puts us in a little bit of a tricky spot with this, because we don't want to go, there is already a precedent set by this board for this waterway.
But
And I appreciate the lower profile, like obviously you guys can take a look at this. The first, do you want to bring up the old plans, James? I don't know. 'Cause you
Do
don't
the
have it.
plans we look or no?
This still goes over the buffer into the water, correct?
It goes to the edge of the Phragmites.
Yeah.
This is
This
all-
property has a big buffer, and then you run into a narrow strip of wetlands, and then you have Phragmites. And Bill Honeycutt has been arguing with me where to stop the dock. He says he wants a very small dock. I told him he had to be 26 inches over the wetlands no matter what, and he needs a ramp up. He refused ramp, and he wants stairs. We don't propose stairs, on docks often because they're very awkward, especially when you're talking about bringing a kayak to the water. This is an elderly couple.
Yeah.
Now, be that as it may, he also doesn't want to go out into the pond. So typically, we would show a drop platform at the end of the dock, right at the edge of the Phragmites, so the people can launch a kayak into the pond without having to deal with Phragmites.
You don't have pictures or anything, huh?
Yeah, we've submitted
There are
pictures.
pictures. It's not, you can't really see much on them, to be honest,
I
but,
took the pictures during the snowstorm.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, so,
We're not really ready to submit or deal with the trustees' comments per se. I'm still wrestling with the guy in terms of design. He wants,
It's like a pre-submission, you're kind of like
he
pre-submitting.
wants a small dock, Joe, and he doesn't want to go out into the water. But I can't stop a dock before the Phragmites ends. And then he tells me he wants to get a permit to selectively cut the Phragmites, which is fine. You could include that in a Board of Trustees permit, and then I don't have to go out so far, Sarah. But I also, if you do that, I have to go see Morty Shea. I have to go see DEC, and selective cutting on Little Long Pond probably would be okay. And I would probably be willing to suffer 2 years of abuse from Marty Shea and the DEC before I finish the project. But this is more
We're used to it by now, come on.
This is more of a viewing platform, basically, for the owner.
the lady wants to be out to launch a kayak.
Kayak, so viewing platform, I like that,
I'm curious, because like, I don't think
what it would be.
something
Yeah.
with railings, like, she's not gonna be able to drag her kayak down that.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
know,
saying.
so I'm wondering if this is even, you know, if like a
She doesn't
walkway
need
to the
rails.
She doesn't
Phragmites.
need handrails.
Right.
It would be
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
And the old, low profile.
Wait, this is the old one, yeah, sorry.
I don't have the new
That's
one.
the old
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Is this the new
This is the
one?
new one, right?
This is
Yeah.
the
Oh,
new
right.
one.
I don't have,
So
I don't
that's the
have
new one.
the
So it wouldn't
permission of
have-
the property
yeah.
owner to submit those forms.
That's what
They
was
are
proposed,
for-
and then
How
we
does
had a
he get
problem.
down there now?
Big structure.
Through the mud.
Yeah,
The mud and muck.
he puts on
This
wellies
is
and
propo-
tracks
this
it
is
through
the
the
new
mud.
one.
Yeah,
what they're
and
proposing.
she's
Oh.
got a couple
And-
years on her.
But what?
and
Does she have a kayak rack closer to the
They don't
water?
want that.
Right in the weeds.
And
Brings it
bring
down every time she uses it.
Of what?
A kayak rack
Aligns
is a
more
good thing
appropriately
because it
with-
But there's,
keeps
neighbor has nothing
the
now.
kayak, the
correct?
canoe out of the wetlands.
Yeah.
It's a
They
plus.
took the affected structures
Guy
out.
Yes.
told me he doesn't want a kayak
This
rack
is their
because it
attempt to
makes the dock
legalize
too big.
something?
So this guy is
No.
perpetually telling me to make the dock smaller. Fine.
Took out
He
the
wants to
offending
get rid of
Right,
the
right.
And there
Phragmites.
is-
Selective cutting Phragmites in Little Long Ponds, probably a good
a trail.
project.
We
So
talked
I'll
about this
probably
briefly,
encourage him
but then-
to propose that
and
to
there
the
was-
trustees. And the DEC and
Okay.
Marty
They
Shea's
didn't
office.
attempt to legalize anything then.
If I do that, I can bring the dock
They did.
10
but
feet from
In that, they said remove
the
it.
shoreline, period. So it would be
This is
very
the neighbor,
short,
though.
and it
Okay,
wouldn't
no,
stick
no,
out
I'm
into
just-
the water.
Okay,
And
thank you.
the ecology of Little Long Pond would probably benefit. Anybody that goes to Little Long Pond, probably not too many people make it down there. But if you drive down the old railroad bed, which is full of doo-wops from dirt bikes, but if you drive down there and you fish on this pond, you will know that Little Long Pond goes up and down considerably. So the shorter the dock is, the worse it is for access. Currently, all the ponds in town of Southampton are very low. So very low means probably should get the lady out to 10 feet outside the shoreline. But the dock could be very short, and it would make the property owner happy if it was very short. The town trustees, in my opinion, should make the person install a kayak rack on a short dock, because it will keep the kayak and the canoes out of the wetlands. The wetlands buffer is substantial on this piece of property, and it's kind of nice. There's a lot of tupelo trees, and Little Long Pond is very nice, but the water gets very low at times, and sometimes retracts all the way till there's just deep water in the south end of the pond. The fishing here is spectacular. The waterfowl is impressive. There's a lot of nice things about Little Long Pond, but I would encourage the board to consider saying to the property owner, selectively cut with proper permits and approvals, the common reed, and shorten up the dock as short as it physically could be, and get the lady to the edge of the pond, which I would say 10 feet past the shoreline would be fine.
Does your client know about the issue with the waterway, and that it could, if it's built too short, as you say, it could affect the access?
Well, can I just like to interject for 1 second, because I think the real issue here for me is that if we're going to approve any kind of dock on this pond, then it gives all the neighbors the same impression, like that you can build docks. So then we essentially would go from 0 docks to possibly 4 in this area. So I think that's really what we have to think about and debate here, rather than like getting it out to a certain waterway. I understand the water levels, I understand everything you're saying, engineer-wise, but it is, the precedent has been set by the neighbors, by a previous board, that the neighbor's dock be removed. So, and I understand she wants to use the waterway, like, yes. Like, I would like to help her do that, but we also have to take in consideration that the buffer was there, maintained for a reason in the neighbor's property, and I don't you know, it's just something that I think we have to talk further about.
If I may, though, at this point, this is all speculative, so
Yeah.
we're going into depth on something which is, at this point, a thought. I would
Yeah.
recommend you get back to your client, come up with what you need to come up with, give us something to look at, so that we have something to deliberate from, not just a concept.
Oh, that's fine. I told Sarah I would come.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you for
yeah,
coming.
thank you. It's an interesting
If you could get us, you know, talk with the Honeycutts and get us a copy of, if this is approved, you know.
The deed allows a 4-foot wide path to a dock.
That's, the deed says to a dock,
Yeah.
or
to-
just to the water? Because I know, like, you
for
can
the
have a
cov-
walkway
the
to the water.
Covenant through the wetlands buffer allows for a 4-foot wide.
I'd like to see
path
that,
to a
please.
dock.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I would
We
be
have
surprised
that.
if it said dock. I
Yeah,
mean,
because I know, like, you
To
can
the
have
water,
a
yeah.
footpath to water access, which is,
Right.
Kind of a general, normal covenant from the Environment Division. They have a wetlands permit.
So if you could send that over to us too, you know, we'll take a look
fine.
at everything
Um,
that you have.
But if you're going to approve a dock,
Again, I would recommend, this is speculative, let's not get too deep into the weeds here.
I would recommend Phragmites management.
We would also, you'd need to get a permit for that too,
Yeah.
so,
A couple
yeah,
of years.
yeah. No, I mean, that's pretty,
Older.
yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
You have two more projects of mine.
Oh,
They're
do
at
we?
the end. It's Robert and Barbara J., and they're engineered drawings that my son drew for the Rayner Group, so they're stamped and ready for your approval.
And that's actually.
yeah, that's me.
here.
That's,
All right.
AJRT.
We don't need Jim here.
Yeah, we don't need Jim for
For
that.
the stamp plan review?
No,
Yeah.
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 No, But
I
that
think
was
you're good.
interesting, thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
By the way, there were a lot of dead geese on Long Pond.
Yes,
Water quality samples.
we are
Discussing
we
that.
are aware. Yeah, thank
We
you.
are, yes.
Should see the ocean beach.
Thank you so much.
Okay, who do we, now, let's see, where are we?
We're at
He's
Laura
from
J.
me.
Robertson,
6 Devon Place?
yeah, North Sea.
So that was, the replacement of the pilings, just a piling replacement.
Piling replacement?
Two pilings. So it's a very easy, quick thing.
Are they here, South Fork Environmental?
He was, he stepped out.
Oh, he left.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, great.
we
great, great,
email back and forth, so it's all good.
great. Okay, great. Next one then? Is that what we're doing? Or are you guys taking, sorry. Sorry, James.
Are we on to,
I'm gonna,
Whatever you guys want to do. Do you want to review it?
no,
Next, Devin?
it's two pilings, so it's good to go. I emailed with,
I mean, I feel like we should still review it.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
it's good to go.
yeah,
over here. Two pilings. Here.
This is on Woolly Pond.
Yes, I believe so.
Or is this the one with pickerel? No.
So he's just moving the pilings. Two pilings.
Yes.
these two are being moved to, shifted to the opposite corners of the existing, oh, here
Yeah.
and here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so they're going from outside to inside?
Yes.
So they're moving, what, 2 feet?
Oh.
A foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy
Let me
peasy.
see.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
They're adding pilings. They're not
Adding
moving. They're not moving them. They're adding.
Adding
Oh,
two
so they're-
additional pilings.
Oh, so there's one on each corner of the floating
Yeah,
dock.
Okay.
yes, exactly.
Why are they?
So there are 6 pilings? I'm sorry.
Four.
Four.
Okay.
Fours. But-
And do they have some sort of ice mitigation in there? Because if that's recent, they seem to
But are they
have
taking
done
this
well.
one out and then putting in 2?
Yeah, I think so.
2 to 4.
Why? Why do
Going
we?
from 2 to 4. Okay.
2 to 4. One on each corner of the
Yeah, yeah,
floating
yeah.
dock.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
One on each side.
Why?
Why?
I tell you, the
Why?
wind comes whipping
That I can't
across
answer.
here in the
That's up
fall.
to them.
This is Robbins Island on the other side of the strip
Yeah.
of land here.
It
It
comes
comes
right in
You
there.
Oh my
want-
God.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
familiar with that.
You wanna wait to
that
ask me that
dock.
question, or you want, I mean, it's up to you, I mean,
I mean, do you know why he's adding? I mean, it just seems like 4 pilings is kind of.
it's a little excessive, but
What,
What's that?
Oh, for stability. Okay.
And is this recent, he didn't suffer any, ice damage on this?
I'm not aware of that.
It's really unusual. I don't think I can think of any floating docks that have
I know, I'm
4
trying to
pilings
think.
on
This
them.
is-
Yeah, it seems like overkill.
Maybe
right?
there, it's, I can speak from experience, floating docks with, if you're disabled and have issues, it could be a little.
I see.
So,
Okay.
I don't know if that's the reason, but I'm just, surmising.
And they're not fixed to the pilings. Yeah.
There's a little,
Yeah, but they're not like
shade.
hard fixed, so.
right, and it looks like,
still-
it looks like it's kind of in the middle
It is, yeah.
now.
What they're
so
doing
why
is they're
adding
putting one on each corner.
corner
But I don't know if that's really gonna make it more stable.
stable.
Well, why don't we just,
You want,
if we want to talk more about this, why don't we just move on?
You wanna hold it?
Yeah.
What do you guys
Yeah,
wanna do?
Have
yeah.
somebody here.
You wanna hold it?
Yeah,
Let's hold it for when he's here.
right. I would like to hear about that. And I know that dog, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kayaking.
Recall hold.
Okay. So we're gonna hold that also. So we are up to Town Point,
Yes.
192 Town Point
yes.
Road, and consultants, so
Do
yeah.
you guys mind doing Fauci first, so that Rob can leave? He
Oh,
just
sure.
has one and I have.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna,
The address and the name.
2019 irreverent, 2019, 61 Inlet Road.
Yes, that's me too, as well.
How are you all?
All right,
How are you?
Nice to meet the new board members.
you too.
Nice to see a couple familiar faces.
Only two left, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Joe.
That could be taken a couple different ways.
Yeah,
Remember
he
that.
likes to get his digs in when he can. Yeah.
So hopefully I'm quick and easy here. This was, so the couple of you guys that are familiar faces will remember this was approved. It's a fixed dock that was approved on Cold Spring Pond last fall. Basically, just as the owners met with a marine contractor, they started to have a couple second thoughts at the beginning and the end of the dock. Just as a quick overview, the change that we're proposing is a couple fewer feet structure than what's already approved, and
Okay.
ends about a foot closer to the shoreline than what was previously
Okay.
approved. So it's all a minimization. Just quickly, it was two changes at the front and the end. We had drawn like a set of angled stairs going up because that was kind of the way the path leads in, and I guess I thought that was clever, but the contractor pointed out that when you're using open grate decking, you can't really create an angle. You have to swap in wood, and it just kind of looks like crap, and it doesn't really work. So we decided just to kind of push out one more foot and just have the stairs align. And at the end, instead of having this 8-foot-long stair, we just have the same length of catwalk fill in the same space. And that accomplishes a couple of things. One, it just, I guess one of the things that bugged her, and I've heard this before sometimes with these in-water steps, it doesn't take real long before they start to get kind of covered with algae and they get a little slippery. And also, just this way, it gets the catwalk to a couple inches better of water instead of the steps ending at 1.5 feet. The catwalk does. That way, if someone wants to jump in from the end or something, they got a little bit more water. But so basically, she just came up with the idea: could we just forego the 8 foot of stairs at the end, change the angle of the stairs at the landward side, and overall, we actually make the dock a little bit smaller than what was already approved, and it's within the same footprint.
I'm
How
good.
far is that off the property line?
I'm sorry?
How far is that off the property line?
It has to be a minimum of 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
You're basically just bringing everything back as it was.
It's not much of a change. It's really, it's just kind of swapping a couple changes. But as I said, it's 153 feet of total structure instead of 155, and it ends about a foot closer to mean low
Because as I
water.
recall, we went back and forth. If you know,
You did. This was originally a design that the board moved toward from what had been previously proposed by a prior consultant that was longer and more impactful.
I know,
So
I think it was former trustee Warner was very adamant that we come back, so.
he was, yeah. Yeah, so we did work with the board to come up with this, and as I say, this is, if anything, it's really just a little bit of a minimization of what was approved. And I do, James, we gave you engineer drawings, right?
Yes.
I think we did on this one.
Yep.
Do you have any questions? And Matt?
No.
Sarah?
Do you have a light at the end? No, I see we already talked about the ladder.
Yeah, we didn't have one proposed. It's of course kind of tucked inside that floating dock to the west.
A floating dock, okay.
I think it's always smart to have one.
They can have
because-
one,
Yeah, I would put one in there, just because.
just like a little Coast Guard style light at the end.
Yeah, just so people are on the water at night and don't underestimate people's driving abilities.
Sure.
Yeah, I've seen some like crazy things.
Yeah,
and
no, I get that.
The last
yeah,
thing I
I
would
mean, I
want
don't-
is them to be like, oh, I didn't see it.
Right.
And it's like, oh, you could have just put a light at the end.
I don't know why we would have any objection to
So
that.
there's so you're gonna putting it as a trustee Powell suggested, and then, yeah, it's fine.
And you, are you educating your clients on ice?
Yeah, that was my
mitigation?
next question. What
Because
happens
we've
with a
been,
floating dock in the winter?
So there's no float here.
Isn't that what I'm looking at?
No, it's just fixed.
that's the neighbors, that's
Oh,
not a
that's the
very good,
neighbors.
that doesn't have the,
Where are they?
that one doesn't
Sorry, I
have
didn't
what
see
James
you.
is looking at on it.
Yeah, I mean, given the shallow depths here and the fixed construction, I mean, it's no more of a concern than.
Oh, this is,
I mean, we've been pretty I mean, we haven't really had ice heavage like this probably in 6 or 7 years,
Yeah.
but prior to that, it was pretty, I mean, I remember it every weekend between here and the North Fork, just so many
Yeah.
miles and docks jacked up.
Well, if you could tell them, we would be appreciative if they had bubblers or some kind of ice.
or sheath and to be tethered so that, you know, if it does break off,
That
they
would be
know who
great.
owns it. They stay there.
Yeah.
Stamp with the.
Could this be
with the address.
removed and then rebuilt in the spring?
Yeah.
Or is that-
So, I mean, that's something that actually the DEC used to talk about years ago, and I think the overall consensus after a while was that it was really more disruptive just to the marsh and the bottom to keep taking I mean, it's one thing to haul a floating dock out
Right.
and detach a ramp, but to deconstruct and reconstruct fixed docks kind of got a little bit out of favor just because the overall impact, because you have to basically keep rebuilding a structure over and over again. I don't really expect, I mean, again, given the water depth and the fixed nature of it and the fact doesn't really go out that far.
Yeah, it doesn't,
I don't
yeah.
think it's gonna be a real big concern. I mean, I can't,
Yeah,
no
right.
way to
You know,
promise that,
actually,
but-
I randomly started talking to some gentleman who used to be the, I think, chief building inspector on Saturday, and he was talking about using 16-foot sections for
Sections,
for
yeah.
the final
I've seen that.
run, because it gives it additional support.
I can certainly, I mean, I know who the dock builder is gonna be here. They've been doing this longer than I've been doing this, and I could certainly mention that to them. I mean, it might be the type of thing they would do anyway.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Mhm. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
well, thank you. Oh, do you have any questions?
Anything else, Joe?
I think I'm good. Are you guys good?
Yeah, now I
Thank
can
you for
see it.
suggesting
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks good to me.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, thank you all.
Changes for the light.
yeah.
I mean, can't you just put that as a condition that there'll be a light? You want me to get?
That's up to them, but
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
asking
you
for
want-
it.
I mean, it's
to
gonna
be
be
light, so-
just
Yeah,
solar,
definitely
like,
add it.
just like a little solar thing, like, a little solar light, right? You know?
Yeah, can you add it to just the cover sheet or?
Yeah, I don't wanna have to make them go back and have a revised engineering plan just to indicate that there's gonna be a light
Yeah,
on it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's on the cover
Yeah,
sheet, is that fine?
That's fine.
Fine
Right.
with me.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
it's
fine
fine
with
with
that.
us. Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's really,
I mean,
It's
it's
not-
not something I can show.
yeah, it's not doing anything to
right.
the structural integrity of the dock.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
would say the cover sheet.
So I'll just submit a revised cover sheet to James, basically just with a description that includes the language for the light.
Yep,
And I can just reference like a Coast Guard
yeah.
style light, something like that.
Yeah.
And the modification you're making, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Or did you already do that?
That's already, that's
Oh, that's already
what
there.
you're.
That's what this is here.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
That is the
cool, cool.
mod, yeah.
That was
Got
why
it.
I came back.
Yep.
Okay. So light and we're good to go.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
You too.
And, when I need tap point,
You are, let's
Sorry,
see, in science.
Hi, Susanna. Hi, we've been emailing, I think.
Right, it's good to see you in person, put
Yeah.
some faces with the names. Are you ready for me?
yes, go ahead.
So this is 192 Town Point Road, Susanna Herman and consultants for Barada Town Point LLC. This application was before the board in December.
Yes, it was.
Joe, I'm sure you remember.
Yes, I
There were two suggestions made at that meeting. One was to make it shorter, which
Yes.
we did. Now the entire structure is within 60 feet of high water. And the other was to add steps for pass and repass at low tide for pedestrians.
Yeah, because some of the neighbors did reach out and they were like, we're concerned about navigability and that whole thing. So I think that this satisfies the concerns.
So I don't know if there's any other questions. It's just a fixed catwalk,
Yeah.
open grate decking, untreated wood, of course.
Hannah, Sarah, Matt.
I see you have a ladder. Do you have a light at the end too?
We don't, we hadn't really thought about that. We can add a light.
Yeah.
We can add it to the cover sheet. That's
Yeah, I just
no-
add it to the cover sheet. Just,
Okay.
I would hate to see something get destroyed because of someone that can't drive.
It's
The
gravel.
the T at the end is 6 by 20 normally, isn't that 4 by 20, do we normally do?
No,
Or
it's
is that-
it's for
Yeah, it's 6 by 20.
6 by 20 and
I mean, that's in lieu of
4 by
having a
6.
float, because there's not quite enough water depth there.
Just wondering why it goes from 4 to 6, because it's a 4-foot walkway, right? And then the 6.
yeah, 4 by 6 and then 6 by 20 and 4 by 6.
Is there a reasoning for the 6 foot?
Just because a typical float is that size, so we're just trying to create the same space.
Float
for-
that's not floating.
Yeah, it's not floating, right. It's not a float.
The typical float is 6 by 20, James? Is that what we usually do?
Well, the maximum for a
Max
float
we
is
do is
6.
6.
Maximum.
6 by 4.
And that's what just about every project has been getting in the recent past is 6 by 20.
There's, for a fixed catwalk, there's no, like for a T like this, there's no regulation. For a fixed walkway would be 4 foot wide. So it depends on what you would consider the T section of it, if that's what you guys want to do.
And this configuration has been approved by the DEC and the Army Corps.
Right. What about, and the neighbors in this area, do they have anything similar?
Yes, I guess 2 lots to the east. It's a very similar structure approved within several
That's
years.
it right there.
That looks kind of like 6 by 20 to me, I'm
Yeah.
guessing,
It's
right?
not a float, right? That's a,
That's a fixed stock as
Fixed,
well.
yeah.
Yep,
We
okay.
modeled it after that, with
Oh,
the
good.
same
Okay.
dimensions.
Okay.
It will be is that 2 doors down, 3 doors down? Yeah, 3 doors down. It'll be practically identical.
Yep, okay.
What pond is that?
It's North Sea Harbor.
Sea Harbor. Okay, so, and then you are considering ice mitigation of some sort and tethering it and,
We-
I mean, we're just, after this
absolutely.
year, we gotta
I
add-
think people will become aware of that.
Yes.
After this year, I think
Right.
people are gonna be wanting to see that on the, added on a brand new dock.
Right, we would like to see it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good to know. We'll pass that along to all of our clients.
Please do.
yes, thank you.
It's
Yeah.
not something that's been in the consciousness.
No, for,
I remember when I
it's been a
first started
decade
out
since
years
we've-
ago, that
Sure,
was,
I've-
everybody had bubblers, and now,
the ice
Now-
will go away until everyone forgets about 2025.
Right.
And then it'll come
Well,
back.
and we also haven't had it in a long time, so
Right.
people who have bought, houses in the past 10 years have never
haven't
encountered.
dealt with it.
It's a once every 10-year event, I think, or once every 5, 10 years.
Yeah.
But still, it's good to have and good to be aware of.
Absolutely, we'll recommend that. It's like after Superstorm Sandy.
Right,
I didn't
oh.
have to tell everybody, you need to conform with FEMA when you build your house.
Right,
Now
yeah.
I used to have that argument all the time.
Right.
People didn't want to raise their houses. Now, we don't have that conversation anymore.
Anymore.
This is
And
what
now
you need to do.
You're gonna be having a lot of conversations about ice mitigation. and-
Absolutely.
And tethering them or putting some sort of ID on them, so when they do float away, we're not stuck with them.
Okay. We will make that part of our conversation. So.
Good with everyone, please.
Yeah.
We need stamp plans for this.
Yes. Yeah. So if the plans look okay, we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
get
Yes,
those
thank
stamped
you.
and back to you. Okay.
The light, as a trustee tells us, this, the light would be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll add the light to the cover sheet
Right.
and get that back.
And, sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but we're all good with that?
Yes.
I think
we're
on the
good.
next
Because,
one,
Yeah, you're 53 North Road.
Susanna,
yes.
oh, you're 53 North? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, because I have 59 Bayview with her
Yeah,
too.
those are both me.
Yeah, so for this is SHPB LLC, 53 North Road, Hampton Bays, and Consultants.
Yeah, that's me as well.
Yeah, and then Sarah will just go to
Yeah, okay,
your
cool.
one.
Thank
just
you.
So you're not up back and forth.
Okay, so this is 53 North Road, Hampton Bays, or Shinnecock Hills, I guess, on the way to Hampton Bays, on Peconic Bay. The homeowner built a deck without the benefit of any permits, just landward of the bulkhead. And so we put in an application to legalize the deck that was constructed. Although it's come to our attention, it was made with treated wood. So we've submitted plans by an architect to design it to comply with, you know, proper footings and hurricane-proof it, and.
So was the first one not designed by an architect or anything? Because I saw the photos and I was just like, I'm nervous for anyone going on this. And when they
Who
said
made
like
this?
treated, I was like,
Well, it's on, I don't know who did it. It's
Yeah.
probably just a handyman type person.
Probably.
It was at grade, so I don't think there's, no one was gonna fall off of it.
Do we know how old the structure is, or, I mean, it's.
What's
is it-
there? Oh, it's,
It's not permanent, but do we know like how long it's been there?
it's not old. We got permits for the house construction back in 2012. It wasn't there at that time.
Okay.
So it was built relatively recently,
Okay, right,
within the
right.
last 5 years or so.
Okay.
So we've submitted plans to reconstruct with the same dimensions in the same location using non-treated
by an
wood.
architect.
By an architect. So this is within the trustee right-of-way.
So I actually I didn't go down to the site, just because it was treated and I was like, and it was snowing. So
Right.
I haven't been down there, but how much vegetation is around it? Cause I know it's like a pretty big area.
And you have a rock abutment behind it?
Yeah, like a rock revetment behind it.
It's not much of a,
Looks like it's just a couple feet.
it's really not much of a, it's not a revetment.
Like
It's
one
not,
layer of rocks
it's really just kind of a layer of almost decorative rocks. I mean, there's
Just to
a,
hold back the,
just to hold back the bluff a little bit.
Bit,
I
right,
don't
okay,
think that's
okay.
really functional, to be honest. I think it's more of an aesthetic thing. There is some beach grass growing between the bulkhead and the base of the bluff. Not a whole lot. I think the family uses that area quite a bit. They enjoy the waterfront. They, during the season, there's kayaks and beach chairs down in that area. It would probably make sense to add some beach grass in the area where there is not decking. And I think they would be amenable to doing some revegetation between the bulkhead and the base of the.
right there, yeah, that would be nice.
And a lot of their neighbors do have similar structures, like along this. So they're not the only ones.
Sorry if I missed this, but you're just replacing the whole thing, basically, in kind? Or is it gonna be slightly
With
different?
untreated wood.
Untreated wood and with actual footings designed by an
Got it,
architect.
okay.
Right, that's just kind of sitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Open grade or no? Oh,
Well, they proposed black locust,
okay.
so they are not proposing open grade on that for the deck surfacing.
I think it would be nice if there was some added, beach grass
Yeah.
stuff, especially
It's a-
since it's gonna be,
I would like to see added beach grass added and like kind of rebuild that area. Obviously rebuild this with untreated wood and like proper footings and everything, so it isn't safe. And then add beach grass. What does everyone else think?
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think that'd be a fair compromise.
Originally, I was like, I saw the plans and I was like, oh, and then I looked at some other properties and I was like, this isn't the only house with this, so,
so that part just to the, is that, so it must be
That's
the
a different-
west. So there are stairs down, right? And
Yes,
that's where they
there's-
kind of keep their kayaks and stuff and then they
Right.
go down.
they have a kayak rack?
I don't think, let me look at the photos. I don't believe so. I don't think so, because there's kayaks just sort of lying in the sand.
Yeah. They just leave them lying there.
Yeah.
what I
It's,
would-
it's
that's what I
a
would do.
heavily used area, that beach area. So I think one benefit of the deck potentially is to sort of concentrate the activity.
Yeah, so they're not like then. I would recommend, I know they are putting it on sand, but I would recommend a kayak rack just so like it's not in any vegetation.
Okay. I don't think there'd be an issue with that.
And then they could put in a bunch of plants to the east there. I mean, it seems, right? From,
Yeah,
Right
kind of
there,
fill that
right?
in.
Right, yeah.
How much are you, just so we're clear, how much do you want filled in the whole area, or?
I think if you fill in the whole area, it's gonna get trampled by the family's use.
Right, right.
I think maybe
You
some.
gotta leave a little
portion?
buffer between them, yeah.
how
I
far is
agree.
is that space from
Yeah, I was just
from the
gonna
rock
ask that.
revetment to the edge of the
Let me see.
bulkhead? How wide is it?
Let's see what scale. The scale.
I mean, the deck is 177 inches wide.
Wide.
Yeah, so I would say,
So, I'm sorry,
Wait,
what's
not-
your question?
no.
From the bulkhead,
yeah, how wide is from the bulkhead to the vegetation already? Like that rock, not rock. Because the deck is 177, which makes me think it's
Oh, okay.
probably that,
So it's
give or
like
take.
just under 15 feet.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
probably
then
right,
can we
15 to
do,
20.
I mean, I think what makes sense to me is like, we have jurisdiction from 10 feet off the bulkhead, so if we said fill it 10 feet, I don't know,
I mean, like 5
You
feet,
have-
that seems
you have
like,
70 feet from mean high water
70 feet from mean high water.
is this area, because
Got
it's
it.
Peconic Beach
Okay,
Road,
okay.
so
I
it's
see, I
still a little
see.
different
Yeah.
than 10
It's
feet from
different.
the
The
bulkhead.
whole deck is in your jurisdiction.
Yes. got
yeah,
it.
just thinking about how much the family would use it, I would love to have it line the whole bulkhead, but just like, I know how families would use it, is to have on basically the whole 15 feet, but kind of like offset, so it's like a buffer between them and their neighbors. That makes sense?
I was almost thinking like that same footprint that's on the west side of deck.
Yeah,
have
basically-
like that on the east side of
Yes,
plants.
as
Right,
like
so
a
it's
buffer
third,
to their
third,
neighbors.
third,
So then the
right.
family has a good portion of sand to play around in and like have whatever they want to do there.
I'm not following what you just said though.
Basically the same footprint as the deck, make that
On the east side.
vegetation on the east side,
Over
buffering the
towards
neighbors.
the neighboring
Yes.
property. Oh,
So that way
that's,
you have a
yeah.
third of deck, a third of sand, and a third of plants.
Yeah,
that
I like
sounds-
that. I
Yeah,
like that, Matt.
that sounds
So
like
it's
a
like
good
they
idea.
overtook this much, so they're planting the same square footage.
Okay. I think that makes a lot of sense.
No, it's a good idea, Matt.
Yeah, it'll aesthetically be quite nice.
That'd be a nice buffer between the
Yeah.
neighbors too. And
And then they still have room to play in the sand.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
it won't get, plants there
Chairs.
won't get trampled, and it won't be, you
Right.
know.
Right. Okay. That's good. And then I have one
So
more.
we'll just hold that until we get the plans and the cover sheet
Okay.
updated and everything, and
And just beach grass would make sense there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good beach grass.
right.
12 inches on center, please.
I'm sorry?
12 inches on center.
12 inches in center. That's what I typically do. Okay.
All right, next one is for Sarah.
All right, this is 59 Bayview Drive East, Noyak. And we already had some discussions about this property, but you can feel free, you want to fill everybody in?
So there's an existing dock that's there. And the homeowner approached me because there was a time during last season where we had an offshore wind during a full moon, low tide, and the water under the float was pretty much non-existent. So he wanted to get to deeper water. And so we had proposed extending it out farther, but there's a 60-foot restriction there from high water. So we can go out about 5 feet farther. And Sarah pointed out that if we push it towards the north, then we can get some slightly deeper water there than we have in the center of the property.
Like 2 feet, 2
Yeah,
points.
2.5 feet we
Is
hit
on one end, yeah. and
on
then-
one end. The
yeah.
other end will still be between 1.5 and 2.5 feet there.
And this was the floating dock, right?
Yes, this is a
Yeah.
floating dock.
Talk about chocks, James, I can't, did this have?
we proposed-
Would probably be need
Yeah.
chocks, right?
I think I proposed chalks.
Yeah, I thought you did too.
Yeah, so the dock will be chalk, so then it wouldn't sit on the bottom, even if we had one of those episodes where we have, I don't know if you guys remember, like the ferry ran ashore almost, and it was just really
It
low.
was a perfect storm.
It was-
Right,
everything
I
happened at
remember-
once.
Yeah,
And that was an outlier,
yeah.
for sure.
With moving, any issue with the neighbors with moving it or not?
Yeah, but outliers seem to happen more frequently these days, okay?
No, I think the neighbors to the,
Yeah, having
I don't know if that'd be
a-
north or,
Yeah, the neighbor to the north does have a dock.
they have a dock, but, and they have some pilings out there too, I think, right?
We're within the 10
But
foot
it's,
setback.
yeah, it's off of the property
Okay.
line by 10 feet, and
Okay,
I think it
okay.
would,
And we're starting in basically the same place and just angling it
Okay, you're angling,
in that
okay.
direction. It will be closer to that dock.
Yeah, that's, yeah,
I think we still have enough space there.
okay. That's my question.
If they find that it's not enough space, they could always shift the float over a little bit to make it more of an L, if it becomes a problem. But again, the deeper water is the farther north you go.
yeah.
So that's why we're shifting it that way. Also, the dock needs to be replaced.
Yeah, it
They've
looked
got
like-
some damage right now that
Okay.
they'd like to take care of right away, so.
The ice?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't in great shape to begin with, but it
Okay.
probably would have made it another couple years.
Years, but now.
So we already had the application in to replace it, so
Are
now
they
it's just,
renovating their house?
they are knocking down that
Yeah,
house.
okay.
We have the permits, one of the wetland permits in place,
Yeah.
we're still waiting for building. That existing house is gonna be removed, and that whole area will be revegetated,
Oh, great.
and the new house will be
Further back?
more than 100 feet back.
Back, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So there's a whole plantings plan for that
Oh,
buffer.
good.
So there'll be a 4-foot wide path through where the house is now, that leads
Mm-hmm.
to the,
Right through where the house is now, right?
And you have the pass and repass, I think it's great, I don't have any issues with it.
What was that?
There's the pass and repass steps, you know?
Right.
Right.
So, it seems like a good, it seems all good to me. So.
Yeah.
should we add a light to this one?
Yes. Well, we were waiting for Hannah to say that.
yes.
Oh, I'm
Anna?
sorry.
Add a light. I know,
Thank
I'm
you.
like the light lady. What is the, just out of curiosity, what's the grade difference from like the new house they're building, like that walkway?
Is it
Oh,
just
it's pretty flat.
flat?
It's pretty
right?
flat,
It
because
looks
normally
flat.
Noyak is like pretty
Hilly.
hilly.
Not, this is.
Not here. I've never been to this property, that's why I'm asking.
This is Bay Point.
Oh,
Oh.
Bayview Drive,
Bayview
yes,
Drive.
okay,
Oh,
I know where this is.
exactly
Yeah, that's
where
fine.
it is.
Actually trying to change their address to Whalers Walk, because there's so many this is Bayview
You-
Drive East.
There's so many
There's a lot of
Bayview.
I
Bayview
literally
drives.
can't find it on my, it keeps
No.
coming up in
Sends
different
people in the
places.
wrong place.
Oh, I was thinking of somewhere else I wasn't thinking of there.
More than
Is this
one.
part of Bayview Oaks?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
this
it's not,
is,
I was thinking Bayview Oaks.
So you
Right,
go,
they
That's
do.
where I was, and I was like, oh, that's so flat back there.
if you're
We gotta get
on-
away from that.
If
because
you
it-
go past Long Beach and you turn right.
Oh, okay. Oh,
into that
yeah.
neighborhood.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
If this is the other side, and
All
you're
right.
looking back towards Sag Harbor Bridge,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and,
and it's really deceptive, because when you're there, you feel like you're looking at Long Beach, but you're not, you're looking at the bridge, it's really odd. It's like a weird optical illusion.
It's such a special place back
yeah.
there.
It really, it's a great neighborhood,
Yeah.
but no, to answer your question, the.
It's, I've now.
Now I know
I'm
where it
zooming out.
is.
It's around 7 to 10 at the top of the, there's a
Oh,
pretty
okay.
substantial.
No, I was just
ripple.
Well, in
thinking
the
if it's like.
front, there's a big cliff, right? I
Yeah.
mean, facing.
yeah, on the other
Long
side,
Beach, yeah.
Here, I went down
Huge,
there and
flat.
it's
Yeah,
not that.
right.
There's also like some rocks around that area.
There's a rock revetment, which has permits, which
Okay.
is, the dock has to sort of start at that and go down.
Okay.
So if you look at the cross section, they could, well, I don't know.
What's their proposed walkway? Just gonna be, gravel? Or, or sand?
That walkway through
Probably
the old
sa-
house.
Probably
Yeah.
sand,
Sand?
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're revegetating that whole area. I
That
like
whole
it.
cross
That'd be
hatch
nice.
area.
That'd be really
Yeah,
nice.
it'd be really
Be like
nice.
walking through a.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice revegetation plan, too.
Native.
Yeah, oh, all native.
Great, great.
Well, I think all we probably need is what, you
Stamp
need
plans.
stamp plans,
Stamp
and
plans.
can you add a light to
And a
the
light.
cover
Yeah,
sheet,
yeah.
please? Thank you.
And a light.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll get those to you right away.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Looks like very
Okay,
interesting.
and last but not least, Kevin Duffy Jr., 28 Coral Drive, Shinnecock Hills, LK McLean.
Sorry about that long wait.
That's okay.
I think we're gonna have to go back to,
We have some backlog.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have
Yeah,
Villa Quag. Are they here?
Got a couple of second calls and last calls.
Good morning, how are
Morning.
you?
I know.
So last but not least, not last.
Yes.
It's
and
you,
not
right?
least, not last or least.
Last
Coral,
before last call.
Coral with a K.
It's the middle pond.
Yeah, so this is a standard bulkhead replacement. The property, they already have some like vinyl, and we are replacing approximately 83 linear feet of, deteriorated timber bulkhead. They have already, the images show also there's a little bit of wash from the property due to, holes in the bulkhead, so.
Yeah. No, it's definitely due for a replacement.
Yeah, so we're gonna replace with a navy style bulkhead, piles 6 feet on center, vinyl shoulder guard for 16 feet long, and we're, it's in place, so the face of the bulkhead will match the face of the current
Okay.
bulkhead, and we are also keeping the top matching the existing elevation. And as of restoration, non-treated, for the
It's
bulkhead,
vinyl,
we're
right?
using
Yeah.
non-treated wood. And for the restoration, we're proposing a 10-foot buffer,
Oh,
non-turf.
good. Because what is there now? Like just grass? Dead-
It's like
dead-
grass, but it's
dead
like
grass?
really,
Yeah, it looks
it's
Yeah,
like
like,
it's
all away.
caving in
Yeah.
and, yeah, I can see
Exactly, so
that.
we're proposing this, 10 feet
Oh,
buffer
good,
of like,
good.
American beach grass.
Okay, good.
where's your staging area gonna be? Are you working, from land or on a barge?
That, we haven't defined that yet.
Okay.
I will say that it was probably gonna be a little bit of both. I know that they have like some tanks and all that, so I guess they have to, a septic tank, so they have to watch for that.
Yeah.
But I would say that this could be done by land, for sure,
Okay.
yeah.
And then make sure you keep, add a ladder in as well. I know
Yes,
there's
we are.
one there already.
Yeah,
And there
we're
are
at it.
steps down to the water there, is that what that is?
That's already current, yeah,
Current, okay.
they have a wooden dock there, so we're gonna
Oh,
just.
there is a dock,
There's a dock,
and
yeah.
it's gonna
So you
stay.
guys aren't touching the dock, correct?
We're
That's-
not,
okay,
no, we're
that's
not.
fine.
We're just like restoring, depending of, the bulkhead will pass the dock and like meet where they have the existing, the
They
vinyl.
have pictures? Oh,
And we'll restore the dock as necessary for the bulkhead installation and proposing some beach compatible sand.
Yeah, so they're not touching the dock.
No, we're not, yeah.
let me just,
Yeah, you can see this. So, easy peasy, you're not asking to raise it, which is nice.
and it has a light at the end?
Well, we're not talking about the dock today, we're talking about.
But, I mean,
Just make
I
sure.
know, it's
It's out of a
just,
scope.
yes,
Yes, out
but
of the
it's there,
scope.
and it has a light on the end.
It is out of the
Oh,
scope.
okay.
Okay, and the ice mitigation and everything is already in place, I assume?
Yeah,
You just need stamp plans.
Yes.
Wow, that's a great piece of property.
No, it's such a nice piece of property, I saw it, I was like, and you just see, is there a plan to, like, everything that's been eroded out, like, what's their plan? Are they using that to backfill, or are they bringing in backfill?
well, we're not like excavating anything, no soil in front of the property, so I guess
Okay.
that we'll use like clean fill.
Okay.
Select fill is necessary.
Okay.
Because we're not dredging or we're not doing, like.
Just because a lot's like,
Yeah.
come out over
We're not
time?
scooping out the soil that was lost,
And
so.
you didn't suffer any ice damage to this? You saw it during the,
think so.
It
when
was
it was
before.
covered? Oh, before,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. I mean,
Um,
the dock is still intact after this winter?
I think so. I mean, I haven't been there since December, so, but
Mm.
when I was there, it was, in nice conditions.
I mean, you might need you know, a permit to replace the dock if it did suffer.
Right, yeah,
And
that
we
will
do-
be a separate
We do have
application.
expedited, but you gotta get them in before April 15th, so take a look at that.
Yeah, but does anyone have any issues or questions?
Do you know where the
Just-
septic is on this? Where they have their do you have the septic? You said something about the septic, and I'm just wondering
I
if you
think
have
it's
it.
by in front of the house, like in the center.
Yeah, on the aerial, I don't see the tops of the tanks, so they must be like covered by a
Yeah, they're like
shadow.
on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure they're not
By
too close.
this, hold on, I just can't read it. By that like brick area there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Over there, James, is that?
I don't, it
That
doesn't
little-
show.
Yeah, it wasn't,
No,
and then
it's,
even on the aerial, you can't see, like, they have the AWS system, I'm assuming.
Yes, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, because they're not, I didn't see them on the plans, and then on the aerial, you don't see them either.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it on the survey.
Creation stamp plans, right? That's it, James?
Yep, just stamp plans.
So provide stamp plans?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No, no problem, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
I have a question for Matt, right?
Yes, we do.
Come on.
Yes, come on down.
Yeah, yeah, the question about the,
They're like, just play kind. I don't wanna raise it, I
Yeah.
just wanna replace it.
Yeah, exactly.
6-7 about the, they want to,
make it
my
nice.
colleague was
Just don't want
about
it to
the
erode anymore.
pilings,
Yeah. This
why
was,
wanted to just keep.
yeah. Can we get back to
6-7.
6-7, is that what that is?
7, please.
6-7, okay. So you currently have 2 existing pilings there, right?
Yep.
And there's in the center of the.
Yeah, the
on each
floating
end,
dock.
in the center of the floating dock, and you want to have 4?
Yeah, I mean, if you go down on the dock itself, I mean, I did go to the site and check it out. When you step onto that floating dock, there is a bit of a pivot going on. And it does have children. This is a safety concern.
Okay.
But they're not gonna be fixed, so you'll still have the, like, when you step on one side, it's still gonna rock.
Yeah,
back.
but it won't, not like it is now. I mean, there's a definite, there's enough pivot for you can lose your balance if you're not paying attention.
Okay.
That's the problem.
That's what I thought it was a safety thing.
I mean, they're gonna be duplicate size, same thing, 6-inch round, untreated. We're gonna take the 2 that are existing, shift it to the, to
One
the
side and
corners,
put,
and
yeah,
then bring in 2 more.
2 more.
Yeah.
And do the neighbors have similar?
It's a mix over there. I mean, you got a commercial marina
Right,
next
right.
door. You have residentials. There's a mix across the creek.
And some other of the neighbors have 4 pilings and as
Yeah.
opposed to 2?
I mean, it's just, it's a conglomerate, It's a mix. I mean, I don't know if actually we got the permits for the original dock or not, but, I mean, if I was coming to you today with a brand-new dock, I would have put in 4, just to avoid this.
Yeah, it just seems 4 was like, to me, seemed a little, but if they feel if it's gonna help
That's the thing.
stability and they have little kids, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just pilings.
Well, if it's a safety issue, then, I'm all over it.
Yeah, again, they're gonna be the same size, no
Kids
difference.
need to get their sea legs though.
Yeah.
I
Sink or
know,
swim.
yeah, I agree.
Can you mention to them, please, just about like doing some ice
Ice
mitigation for the
mitigation,
pilings?
please. And
What, in terms of
everyone.
bubbler systems, or?
Either bubblers or they have
Could be,
those new
yeah.
sleeves.
They have
like,
these sheaths
sleeves,
that they put
At least for
around.
the
Yeah.
pilings.
You know,
I
and-
think you're gonna get a ton of people who are
Yes.
gonna be doing this
Well,
year.
we hope.
Yeah, well, they should. I mean, it's
Yes,
insane out there.
it's
We're just
insane.
Make sure they're also tethered too.
Tethering,
Yeah.
because we would like to know, once they're lost and dislodged, they become a marine hazard, and then they wind up becoming ours, and we have no way to
Yeah.
identify them.
Yeah, no,
So some
that's
sort of
understood.
And a
identification
lot
or
of times,
tethering
like,
or.
since they're hardwood, they sink, so then
Yes,
it's like.
Yeah.
no
exactly, those
recovering them.
pilings just
Yeah.
go to the bottom.
Yeah,
And,
I'll let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good people, actually,
Thank
yeah.
That's all we had.
I think that was what.
All right, I appreciate it, you guys.
No.
We need just stamp plans. for
Okay.
this.
I just want to tell you, too, your brother is responsible for me being here.
Oh,
He's the
that's
one hired me
too bad.
26 years ago. I know.
I knew I recognized you.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Good luck, you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
It's like we're wrapping up right on schedule.
All right.
It's in the minute.
All right, can we cruise through the stamp plan review?
Yeah,
and
can we-
Get it done here and
Yes,
at
please.
12?
Yes, please.
Just real quick, we're gonna hold the Village of Quogue because they're not here, right?
Okay.
Oh, I forgot, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if-
Yeah.
yeah,
And then 332 Dune Road, land use ecological. No, we did those, sorry.
You know, yep.
Sorry.
we
I
did
didn't
everything
cross
with
off
the
my
Village
notes.
of Quogue, so.
Yes.
Alright, so
It's kind of
quickly,
surprising out here, but, okay. We have 3 minutes, so.
93 Dune Road?
93 Dan.
And 91 Dune, it looks like. Are
Yes.
they neighbors? That's Joe.
Yeah, yeah, it is me. It's in Quaga.
Alright,
Billy.
stamped. 93 is good.
Good, Billy.
It looks like it's
And then Hannah.
First Coastal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My.
This one is stamped? Hold on, we're just
91
on
Dune.
91. Stamped,
Stamped,
yeah,
good.
great.
Good.
The next one is 17 Bay.
17 Bay Drive, yes.
Great.
Good.
And then his neighbor, Two Cedar
Neighbor.
Drive.
2 Cedar Drive.
Good.
Good.
And then 34 Ocean View Drive.
Great.
And then 37 Clover Street. Oh, that's Sarah, sorry.
No, that's cool.
I was just going down and I
Thank
had
you.
my finger over your
Appreciate
name.
it, because we have less than 30 seconds.
And I was
So,
hoping to go to the bathroom.
37 Clover.
A lot went on with this one, so I have to find it.
Yeah.
Freezing in the last 30
Games
seconds.
at 30 seconds.
Okay.
It's there.
You're good.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, it's already 12:01 according to his screen.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's, we gotta ask them
It's
to
a
fix that
little slow.
one,
It's a little slow.
okay?
Perfect.
It's 12:02.
All right.
Make a motion.
Well, okay.
Make a motion.
Make a
to-
motion.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn,
Second that.
okay?
to-
All in
executive-
favor?
Aye.
executive session.
And go into
Yes, aye.
executive session?
Yes, aye.
Yep.
Thing
Aye.
that